Mr. Wasup says one of the biggest things that segregate PWDs to participate more meaningfully and effectively to the communities is the accessibility to certain infrastructures.
It's like environmental barrier, um, more specifically around buildings and infrastructure. How can persons with disabilities participate meaningfully if we have challenges around accessibility to buildings and infrastructure? So that's one of the issues that we must talk about to see persons with disabilities participate.
He says people have to understand that disability is not part of the person, but it's an external factor, and they should be treated equally as any able-bodied person.
People or perception of people towards persons with vision impairment and persons with disabilities in general. So that is one of the biggest barrier. Almost 70 to 80% that we face challenges because when they see persons with disabilities, they think that they, you know, they cannot contribute, they cannot participate effectively in the society. So when they have the approach towards persons with disabilities, then they already created the segregation or they created barrier for persons with disabilities to meaningfully and effectively participate like anyone else in the society.
He also added that different classes of different impairments have different levels and ways of communicating and encouraged all to work together for the good of all. He also stressed that a lot of services for PWDs are set up in the urban areas and there is nothing provided for the ones living in rural areas in the country.
Of the barrier as well is communication that is also inserted into the video, so all of us can watch and see how best we can also address communication barrier. Different classes of different disability have different levels and ways of communication. So how can we make the print media, how can we make information accessible to different classes of disability? We have to work together so that persons with disabilities can bring out their expertise and talk about how best we can work to address.
Esther Gane, National EMTV News.